Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to a new episode of When You're Delusional, You're Gonna Be on TikTok. I do hope you're gonna enjoy the video, so let's just get into it.
No one says to men, your last name is not really your last name because it just came from your dad. But
my favorite take that you get from dudes about this, if you're talking about whether or not you're going to change your name if you get married, is when they think they've got you. It's usually guys, and they think, like, I've got you with a clever one here, because they'll be like, oh yeah, you don't want to take a name just because, like, you know, the patriarchy, you don't want to just take a guy's name and erase your own identity. Well, guess what, toots? Your dad's a man. You already have a man's surname. And it's like, do you not know the difference between a father and a husband? Because there is a difference, and there should be a difference. I partly exist because of my dad. That's my dad. Like family, like a blood relative, not just a dude I met on Tinder, you know? Weird.
Why would it be weird to address your future husband, the one you haven't even met yet, as some guy you've met on Tinder? Nah, I don't think that's weird. No, I don't think that was the gotcha moment men use when they're calling you toots, but I don't even care. I believe that's mostly a you problem, or at best, a Western culture problem. My last name is my legacy, and I'm gonna make sure my legacy goes on. That's why my ex-wife took my last name, and what's even more weird is she asked me if she can keep it after we got divorced. And if I ever decide to get married again, she's gonna take my last name. Now, you don't need to like that, or she doesn't need to like that, but she's gonna have to accept it or move on. If that's a deal breaker for her, that's great. We'll move on separate ways and we'll wish each other best of luck.
What do you think makes a man a man?
What makes a man is if someone says, I'm a man.
Get some help.
And then that's it. It's just that easy. Like, seriously, do you mean like physically or do you mean like...
However you interpret that question.
Well, that's how I interpret it. I feel like if you think you're a man, then you're a man.
So you could say you're a man.
I can say I'm a man, yes.
So I could say I'm a woman right now then.
Yeah.
Even as I am right now, if I was like, I'm a woman.
Yes, if you told me that you wanted to identify as a woman and you wanted me to refer to you as a woman, I would do so because that's none of my business. I just want you to feel respected,
Right.
as I would the same. If I wanted you to refer to me as a man, then I just would expect that respect. However, not everyone's going to give you that respect, and not everyone's going to see eye to eye.
So if I wanted to come to the ladies' restroom with you,
Because you're identifying as a woman, you would want to go to the women's restroom, right? Just to use the restroom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We have stalls. I don't see what you're doing in your stall.
And somehow this is not an issue. Me following you into the ladies' restroom is not an issue because you want me to feel respected. And it's not even about me feeling respected, it's about you not hurting my little fifis. And that's not an issue, but taking my last name is an issue. Oh, okay then.
Publicly humiliated on social media while he was in a hot tub with another girl.
Right, you were publicly humiliated because I went in a hot tub with another girl when you would send me texts like these the day after.
WID, tonight I'm in LA.
Right, you were publicly humiliated and you hated me after that. It's funny how many times you've hit me up to like hang out, but publicly now you're gonna say that I publicly humiliated you? I can't believe everyone thinks you're such a good girl.
She was simply told no, and this is how she handles rejection. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last time when they're told no, and because they're bitter about it, they're trying to turn their own followers against someone else.
The girl who gets to go to Pilates midday with a big fat ring on her finger and her G-Wagon and
I saw a stitch with this video and somebody in the comments said that we are slowly approaching the Jane Austen era of courtship, and I couldn't agree more. With the rise of the sprinkle ladies and the narrative of like finding a boyfriend that can take care of you financially for the rest of your life, people completely disregard the financial abuse that people go through, and like that's just terrifying to think that we've gone so far and now we're just reverting back to dreaming about a man saving you. And like, nothing against stay-at-home wives and stay-at-home moms, I respect that, but at a certain point, like when you're young and you get told that your only purpose in life is to fulfill a man's like housekeeper role, that's terrifying. And I've literally met girls my age, like in their 20s, who just can't wait to like marry off and do their own little thing, and that's just so scary to think that they could be put in situations where they don't have their own money, like, ever. And like, if something happens to that relationship, you just have no way.
No one is telling you you should be a housekeeper for your husband except for the ones who really hate the institution of marriage. And they're trying to make you believe, and apparently they succeeded, that everything that comes with marriage is for you to be a housekeeper. The first young lady was talking going to Pilates in the afternoon. Where do you think she gets the money from? Joint bank accounts, isn't it? And if something happens to that relationship, yeah, you're gonna have to start over. We do all the time. And we don't get alimony and child support. We lose half of everything we own, we lose our homes, and we still find ways to start over. And yeah, I know it's not ideal, but life happens. And no one is asking you to be a stay-at-home wife, especially in today's economy. You have the ability to choose that or having a job or a career, and it's up to you to choose whatever you want to be. Isn't it nice having that choice though?
I already sent him to the graveyard, so I don't know.
This girl is a literal genius. That is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I wonder how long my graveyard would be.
Oh, I don't know. Why? Do you get ghosted often? Nah, that part doesn't even matter anyway. Why try to fix the reasons you get ghosted all the time when you can just add their names as emojis on your phone?
Scientists in British Columbia believe all straight men can fit in just 3 types of masculinity. I'm reporter Alana Kelly with Glacier Media, and I want to know if you agree with this. Do you think this is the case? This is the article I wrote from the study that was done at UBC, and I'm going to explain the 3 types. Neo-traditionalist is the first type. These men follow traditional gender roles. In this type, men want to be the provider and protector in the relationship. The next one is the egalitarian masculine men. They seek more of an equal partnership with an emphasis on mutuality and measurable give and take. And the last type is progressive men. They are working on building gender equity in a relationship through regular and purposeful conversations with their partner to adjust who does what. Scientists at UBC interviewed 92 men from around the world, not just Canada, to find the results. And the results are in. They might surprise you or maybe not, but the most popular one was the egalitarian masculine men. Those are the ones that seek an equal partnership. Out of the 92 men that were interviewed, half of them chose this. And in second place with a 26% was the progressive men. And then in last place, the heterosexual men who described themselves as neo-traditionalists. I'm interested to hear if men believe this, or if women agree with it, or do we think it's just another silly study?
Oh, I knew it's another silly study the second you said 92 men from all over the world. What exactly does it mean all over the world? Any of them from, let's say, Dubai, for example? I'm gonna guess no. Also, the study said 92 straight men ages 19 to 43 from diverse cultural backgrounds. Not sure if that counts as all over the world, but sure. Also, pretty funny, the only time you address men as hetero was when you were talking about the traditional men. How come? Because that word is nowhere to be found in the study. Also, according to this study, only the progressive men are all about working on building gender equity. From my understanding and from what I found online, gender equity is all about respecting all people without discrimination regardless of their gender. Seriously, not even the egalitarian men is all about equity? Not even they respecting their wives? I think I'm still gonna go with silly little study. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, as this is gonna be the end of the video. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.